We have some breaking news to bring you here at 4. A tanker truck fire here in DeSoto has forced the evacuation of some homes nearby. Look at that fire go. You can tell by the color of that smoke. It's black, that fuel source there. This is a live look from our chopper at West Parkerville Road and South Cockrell Hill. Now we're told the truck is carrying 5,000 gallons of fuel. The flames have just only increased in the past 15 to 30 seconds that we've been watching this here in the studio. Again, we're told that truck has 5,000 gallons of fuel. So the intersection there is closed, and you can understand why. You see them spraying that water, trying to get it under control. Officials are asking residents close to this location to evacuate their homes. This is a serious situation there in DeSoto. This includes residents within West Parkerville Road to Summerside Drive to the north, and then Richard Pittman Drive to the south, Ellerson Road to the east, and then Keswick Drive to the west. Again, a tanker truck fire here in DeSoto is forcing the evacuation of nearby homes. It looks like they're starting to tamp down on this, but boy, those flames and that smoke just grew right in front of our eyes as this all kind of flared up, Jesse. And you can tell by the direction that this fire is going that the winds are playing a factor here.
Yeah, you see how close that residential area is there. It looks like on the corner. I assume that's what that is. And you know, the winds are coming from the south right now. They're gusting up to 25. And so that truck is facing west. You see the smoke and all the flames are kind of being blown to the north toward that corner there. So I hope they get, it looks like it's dramatically improved. Just
yes.
We've been talking about it.
In just the last few seconds, shout out to the crews that are there working to get this thing under control. It's at West Parkerville Road and South Cockrell Hill Road. So if you live nearby in that area, they're asking you to get out of your homes because that's 5,000 gallons of fuel that is on fire right now. High winds in the area. And again, they haven't even gotten all the flames out. You see how far back they are trying to get some water and fire suppressant on this tanker truck. But boy, what a scene on this Friday.
Wow. Can't imagine the heat coming off of that truck. That fire has got to be seriously hot, blowing some serious heat. So thank you for the firefighters and crews doing all that. We're
going to stay with this and watch as they try to get this under control. But it does look like, to Jesse's point, this is really close to a residential area in those neighborhoods there. And you have to imagine with that much fuel and that much wind, this fire could really jump and threaten the homes there.
Yeah, a little bit of context I can add too is that one thing I will, we'll say, obviously we've had a ton of rain. The vegetation is not dry.
Right.
That helps us out a lot in this situation from seeing this go extremely out of control. It is close enough to trees and the winds are blowing strong enough that you see those flames, especially earlier before this shot here, those flames were getting awfully close to those trees and that grassy area. But, they're really hosing that down and thankfully, we can hopefully keep that from spreading too much. Winds again gusty enough. You can see the south wind blowing it to the north and all the smoke too.
Again, we're bringing you live images from DeSoto. This is at West Parkerville Road and South Cockrell Hill, where a tanker truck somehow caught fire with 5,000 gallons of fuel. They are asking people who live in this area. Let's give you that perimeter one more time. The intersection is closed here, so officials want people who live close to this location to evacuate. If you're within West Parkerville Road to Summerside Drive to the north, Richard Pittman Drive to the south, Ellerson Road to the east, and Keswick Drive to the west, they're asking you to just go ahead, evacuate your home, go ahead and give those crews a little bit of time to work as they've been fighting this thing for the past few minutes. It has improved, but as you can see, Jesse, when that wind kicks up, the flames kick up as well as the smoke. Yeah,
if you use 5,000 gallons of fuel, that's going to be very difficult to put out. But I mean, just in the time we've been on this live shot, what a dramatic improvement. Right when we got onto this here at the top of this break, after the break here, I mean, it was really going. Really going. It looks like they're starting to get that under control a little bit better. But, if there's any more fuel in the backside of that tank, it may be a while before it's able to be all clear.
No word on any injuries or anything like that at this point. But what we can tell you is that crews there are working. I mean, they're putting a ton of water. At one point, that thick black smoke was so high, you couldn't even see the bar for the stoplight, right? So, so high up into the sky, and it looks like, that fire is still active in there, Jesse.
You know what's interesting? If you look at the stoplight at the top left, you can actually see it's melted.
Yep.
If you look at the bottom of it, it's kind of melted there. It's kind of an interesting sight there. Again, this looks a lot better than it did. South winds are still 15, 20, gusting a little higher at times, and it was earlier blowing all of that smoke and all those big flames right into those trees and that corner lot right there. But thankfully, it looks like it's coming down quite a bit.
Just want everybody to stay safe. You can still see those flames are really going bright orange, burning inside that tanker truck there. Thousands of gallons of fuel again, and it's hot out there too, which
is.
I bet doesn't help the situation as they're trying to get it under control. But you can see just how far back those firefighters are working. And you have to imagine this is threatening not only for them, but the homes that are nearby, which is why this evacuation is in place until they get this under control.
It's interesting to see the firefighters west of the truck, south of the truck, and east of the truck. So they're hitting it in all directions where they are able to stay more safe, I would assume, because again, the winds are out of the south, so the flames will be blowing northward.
Right.
So they're staying away from the north side of that and kind of hitting it from all other directions.
Again, we're trying to just bring you live images here from DeSoto this afternoon here at 4. This is West Parkerville Road and South Cockrell Hill. We aren't sure, right, how this tanker truck fire started. What we can tell you and why it's so important and why we're staying with this is because they're asking people who live in this area to evacuate their homes. When there's that much fuel, that much wind coming off of that truck, it can really be dangerous for folks who live nearby. We're going to stay here. We're going to keep our chopper in the air and bring you any new developments as we work to get some more information. We're going to take a quick break. Jesse will be back with the forecast next.